assistant coach?
They really. I don't think we had a great game. We're our Saturday games right now for the most part. We're a little dead leg. It looks like, and we've got to get over that. Some of that's our youth. Some of that's guys that are 18 years old that are 160 pounds and need to get stronger. But I really thought that we have a way that we play them defensively and offensively that has been successful, and gives us a chance to win. We didn't do any of it. Defensively, we didn't do any of our keys. We didn't follow any of our keys. Thought we were prepared for that. I can't say we didn't play hard. We ended up out rebounding them. We just simply, you've got to score some points eventually against this team. And if you don't, it's hard to win 65-67 against Belmont. Our transition defense, and we have a saying with these guys, the first shot three will not beat you. And they hit 15 threes tonight, and it still didn't beat us. The key to our game is they shot 28 free throws to our 11. They outscored us in the paint, and maybe just a couple. They got transition points. They got second chance points. Those are things that they didn't get a lot of second chance points, but the free throw trips, those are the keys. If you can't give up 15 threes, and on top of that, give up 28 free throw attempts, and that's just for our team. We're just not. We don't have that firepower right now. With the team that's dressed out, there's a way we can win. There's a way we don't win. And at third place, I thought we really competed well, but we had a different team. We were a lot bigger, and we made it tougher to score around the rim with our size, our length, and we've lost some of that length and size. But you've got to play without fouling. You got to be alert, and the mentality was for our guys, and we're with our new guys and even our returning guys. And so there's a certain mentality you have to have when you go into a game. And that mentality prepares you to get the big stop or execute the big play or get the loose ball or get the big rebound. And over my time here, Belmont's been the team that has had the best night in, night out mentality, which is why they win the regular season. I don't know that they're the most athletically gifted team in the league. They're good. They're really talented. But their mentality is at such a high level that they don't miss many plays. That's what you try to strive for. It's easier when you have guys that have been in your program for years, but hey, it's still, by this time, he's ready. He has to have that mentality. They all do. And, right now, we're just missing some plays that we can make. And, I know they're hurting. We've had a lot of games that we've had right there. We've outplayed people and won, had a chance to win, and just didn't let them go, whatever reason, missed free throws, tough breaks. But the only thing you do is answer the bell and come play again. And tonight sucked. It was bad. But we're still in the position that we can get in the conference tournament. We have to start winning some games. So my whole focus is these guys, let's have a good practice Monday, and let's get over it tonight.
Questions?
Just talking about running into buzzsaw shooting. They shot so well. Sometimes I've been thinking it's just hard to do anything against that type of team.
They shot it really, really well. And I will tell you that our whole deal is we're not. Are you surprised that 14 hit threes?
No.
I don't think that. Are you surprised that 11 could hit a three? I think from a scouting standpoint, the defensive philosophy of Tennessee Tech is to stay up the floor, keep it out of the middle of the floor, push it on the baseline, put it the outside of the floor. We'll give up some back doors if we're fighting. Every now and then we'll give up some back doors, but for the most part, we'll be okay. Well, tonight the ball played in the middle third of the floor all night, and it created penetrating pitch. The ball, their post players are big, and they're hard to guard in there, but we still try to play them one-on-one more than we do. Well, they still got us on cuts and inside-out threes. Just their attack was a veteran, mature attack. There was some penetrating pitch. Our attack was a penetrate and try to shoot, and we just didn't do a very good job. When we had a chance to keep the game close, we turned it over, and then we didn't guard the ball. I thought we fought like crazy in the second half, and really tried, especially after they came out early in the second half. It was 3-3. You've got to expect that from them at some point, and you got to withstand that. But the problem is those transition buckets, those second chance buckets, those free throws that you didn't have to give them. They're a good team. They're going to hit some threes. It's just the way it is. It's the ones we give them that are really tough to deal with. And I'm really proud of a lot of our guys that we keep fighting, especially our younger guys. But we have to execute when the opportunity comes around, and we've got to make some plays. I don't think anything they did surprised our guys. Again, we're trying to establish a mentality here. It gets harder. Our team changes every 2 weeks right now, it seems like. Malik's out for the year. Johnny's out for the year now. But I don't think that's an excuse for how we play. I still expect this cat to go play well. I expect Hunter to go play well. I expect Courtney and Mike to go play well. And we did. And they have a lot to do with that. But we didn't. And if we did, we'd have had a chance. And, I can't explain it why. I think everybody wants to, other than just it's a mentality you have to have about winning.
You mentioned before that they would be a team that would get the ball up the court quickly, that you had to get back for it. How much of an impact do you think that was?
It's an impact because we let it deflate us. We're putting emphasis on rebounding. Well, they did early in the game. We score. Mike gets Mike K makes a nice post. We score and they outran him down the floor. We got to we give the dunk back on the other end. After we give a dunk to a dunk, you can't do that. Again, that's the mentality that just doesn't happen if you're a good team. And if you're a team that's struggling, that happens to you 2 out of 3 times. If you're a team that's 50-50, it happens to you 2 out of 4 times. But you can't give a dunk to a dunk. You can't give a layup to a layup because you get outrun. And especially, in my opinion, I don't think that kid is any more athletic than the kid on our team that's the same position. And our guards have to protect the rim and we have rules, but and they can't stay at the rim forever. They got to get out to the shooters too. So, there's just some things there that are hard that you have to work at. But our defensive numbers have been really good, and I look on the stat sheet and they shoot 51%, 53.6 from the three. We lead the conference in defensive 3-point field goal percentage. Tonight we got lit up, and that's a tough deal for our team when people do that. But we'll fix it and we'll get back in there Monday and go to work. But yeah, the transition stuff was. It is. They ran us. They ran us down the floor, and we have to run. He's playing a lot of minutes. Hunter's playing a lot of minutes, but it's no excuse. If we have to walk the ball floor and take 25 seconds to get a shot, we'll do that because we cannot afford to just give out runouts and transition layups, and we can't give up a dunk to a dunk because we don't sprint. And I thought Golday looked really fatigued at times tonight. He played a lot of minutes Thursday night, and a lot of minutes tonight. I thought Junior looked fatigued some. They got to eat good, they got to rest good, and they get ready to play. Because if you can't play 40 minutes in college basketball, then what's wrong with you? If you're 21 years old, you want to play 40 minutes. He never wants to come out of the game, so he ought to be happy. Go out there and play well.
Junior, just talk about where your team is at right now. Some teams with what you're going through could be down. What do you see amongst your guys, and what are you telling your guys to get your guys up and ready for this final run?
From day one, I think we've had one of the best teams in this conference. We're just young right now, and we're still figuring things out. But I think if we just keep playing hard, I keep telling them just keep playing hard, we're going to get it done. We're going to find a way into the tournament. There's no negative energy in our locker room, so there's no problem with that. We're not worried about that.
I do think some guys are down a little bit and frustrated because there's been games that we've really deserved to win, outplayed them, and just haven't finished them off. And I think a lot of that's just being young, and figuring it out. But they won't be down come Monday in practice, and they won't be down come Tuesday and Wednesday. And next Thursday, I expect them to give a great effort. And next Saturday, I expect them to give a great effort. And that the game deserves respect, and the uniform deserves respect, and they're going to play with that respect no matter the circumstances. It's not been the way we want it to be right now, but that doesn't mean it can't finish with all of our dreams. It doesn't mean we can't have our wildest dreams come true in the next 3 or 4 or 5 weeks, and that's what we're going to shoot for.
Just the last thing is, where do you find that, Coach? You must feed off of these guys that don't give up and keep fighting. It's getting down at the end of the season, and your players, yourself, your staff are all still fighting and still have that heart.
I can't tell you that every team I've ever been around I've felt this way, but the last 4 or 5 years at Tennessee Tech I've felt this way, and I think you can tell talking to me how much I love these kids and appreciate them. It's not the season we thought, for various reasons. And again, our team, you look on the bench, there's 5, 6 guys over at street clothes that aren't playing. That's not their fault. But I will never cut them the slack to say that they're not, what we have is good enough. We just have to play us better. We have to play sharper. But what I feed off of is having the kind of kids that come from the kind of families that have a belief in a system and a faith that it's going to be okay and we're going to work. Basketball is basketball, and we spend a lot of time on it. It's our livelihood. It's what we do. We love it. Everybody, we thank before the games, we have prayer. And one of the things I usually in my prayer is, thank you for allowing us to be a part of this game and be together and coach these young men and have this staff. And thank you for the opportunity. And our pillars is thankfulness. And that for us, that means that we learn from every circumstance. And this season's not over. We just had we found a lot of ways to do it differently so far, and we're going to keep finding ways to do it until we get the right recipe. And I just, at the end of the day, this program's in great shape. We've got really good young players with great character. If they were jerks, they were bad kids, they'd quit and they'd lay down, or they'd be hard to deal with, or they're not. They're take coaching, they work hard. It's just, so when you ask where you get it, you don't have any choice. Hey, we're coaching men and we're teaching them to be men, and this cat may have a job one day that everything's not going good for him and it's tough, and the job that you show up and do the work and do the best you can, and that's the only thing you do. There is no answer except do the work and do it with the best attitude and the best possible way you can, and that's what the Golden Eagle basketball program will continue to do. And I believe that in all my heart that we'll find a way in that tournament, and I believe when we get there, it will be really hard to beat.